Beloved Saints, today's 5-minute message of redemptive history is about Alexander Jannaeus in the genealogy of the high priest from the 6th book of the Redemptive History series, the Eternal High Priest of the Covenantal Oath. Alexander Jannaeus was the younger brother of Aristobulus I, and he married Salome Alexandra, the wife of Aristobulus I, and became the 44th generation high priest. Alexander Jannaeus was imprisoned as a result of the tyranny of his older brother Aristobulus I. When Aristobulus had died, Alexandra had released all the brothers Aristobulus I had imprisoned and made one of them, Alexander Jannaeus, king. As soon as Alexander Jannaeus became king, he killed one brother who had aspirations for the throne and kept alive the one who was not ambitious for the throne. Through many military campaigns, Alexander Jannaeus expanded the Judean territory to the size it had been during the period of Israel's united monarchy. However, the people had to supply him with material resources and manpower, and their discontentment increased to the extent that they reviled him as the son of a captive, unworthy of the priesthood. At this, Alexander Jannaeus slew 6,000 people in rage. Furthermore, in 5 or 6 battles of civil war, he slew more than 50,000 Jews in a period of 6 years. The Jews who turned their backs against Alexander Jannaeus sought the help of Demetrius III of the Seleucid dynasty. Demetrius III won after engaging in a battle against the army of Alexander Jannaeus. After the defeat, Alexander Jannaeus fled to the mountains. However, 6,000 Jews took pity on Jannaeus, who had fled to the mountains, and they suddenly turned to his side. Shocked by this, Demetrius III withdrew. Later, Alexander Jannaeus conquered the city of Bethome and besieged those Jews who rebelled against him. He then brought them to Jerusalem, and as he feasted with his concubines, he ordered the crucifixion of 800 of them, who were Pharisee Jews. While they were still alive, he ordered the throat of their children and wives to be cut before their eyes. His justification for this slaughter was that the Jews had called in a foreign army of Demetrius III to put him in such a predicament. Just before Alexander Jannaeus died, he was mindful of the 800 Pharisees he had crucified. Thus he asked his wife Alexandra to express his apology by giving the Pharisees key positions so that she would receive their support. In the historical book Antiquities of the Jews by Josephus, it is stated that the Pharisees considered Alexander Jannaeus to be a righteous king after his death and praised his accomplishments as king. It also records that his funeral was more magnificent compared to other kings. Beloved saints, even though Alexander Jannaeus committed such cruel revenge, he still risked his life in many battles and expanded the Judean territory to the size it had been during the period of Israel's united monarchy. He had such love for his nation. Let us devote ourselves to our country and people. Moreover, let us take the lead in working for God's kingdom. I bless in the name of the Lord.